Bitcoin continuing to slump lower, breaking below the 21-day moving average after a sharp rejection yesterday. Is the dump near the end of its dumpiness? Or is there one chart you absolutely, simply cannot ignore right now? Over the past 24 hours, Bitcoin attempted to hold above the 21-day moving average. However, it was rejected. And right now, Bitcoin is continuing a potential slide. However, as we finish out this week and head into weekend price action, there's truly one insane setup that I want to show you, and I want to explain what it means and why it might be a lot bigger than most people realize. So if you like getting pumped on, but also dumped on, hit that like, hit that subscribe, get signed up to FEMEX or BINGX below if you want to buy Bitcoin or altcoins. Without any further ado, let's absolutely dive on in. So Bitcoin right now, if we really zoom out here and look on the weekly chart, is it possible Bitcoin continues to correct? My opinion is yes, it's very possible. And I want to show you a chart that's, I don't want to scare anyone, and I'm going to do some explaining before I show it to you, but it's a big chart. Now, before we look at that, guys, honestly, you have to understand, we are just a few weeks away from the Bitcoin halving. And as we've talked about, Bitcoin absolutely is not its most bullish exactly around the halving or slightly before the halving. In fact, Bitcoin very often experiences some sideways and dumpiness during and immediately after the halving. It's not usually until at least like 2 months after the halving for things to really start going vertical. This represents a few months after the halving here, and Bitcoin is almost the same price it was at the halving. Same thing back here in 2016. And so if we fast forward to like May, maybe even June of this year, and we're still maybe slightly above 70,000 or around that range, that's totally normal. It's not something to be scared of. It's truly basically the last best opportunity before the bull market truly kicks off. So this is a very exciting time, a very big time. I do also want to point out that the lower that Bitcoin goes in the immediate short term over the next 1 to 2 weeks, the more we pull back. I personally think that that will be more bullish for Bitcoin. I think of it, as I've said many times, like a spring-loaded Boeing. The more we get pushed down, eventually we will bust big time. And so that's a good thing. Now, before we actually look at this pattern and look at the Bitcoin chart specifically, stocks, after putting like a new all-time high yesterday, not bad over the last few days. Stocks been looking okay, but not insanely strong, actually red at this very second. And the DXY actually continues to move up a little bit as well. But most importantly on Bitcoin's daily chart, yes, we are below the 21-day moving average. We basically got rejected yesterday. This candle got pushed down to about 63, 65. And now today, this candle's actually been below 63. And this is a sign I see so many people ignore during bull markets, during big pumps, that, when we're in a really bullish trend, for some reason, people just ignore this sign. And this trend has been developing now for the past almost like a week and a half. So this has multiple points of reference, multiple daily candles that are kind of telling us the direction Bitcoin is in right now. MACD, everything like that. And we look at Bitcoin's chart on the daily chart. This is in, instead of candles, it's in a line chart, so you can kind of see this pattern a little better. It also is there on this chart where you can see the candles, but you can kind of see, are we potentially right now forming a head and shoulders pattern where we have a left shoulder around 69,000, nice. The head around about 73,000, and then another potential shoulder right here around 68, 69,000, nice. Where we've so far gotten a rejection there. We haven't broken back above this. Basically, for this pattern it's not verified until we actually would breach this neckline right here, which is around 62,000 US dollars, which is at this very second extremely close to where we are right now. If Bitcoin comes down to this level and does not see any sort of bounce, anything like that, again, we can look at this chart just with normal candles. You can see the same structure. Really, this pattern has been forming for the past like 3 weeks. If we, left shoulder, head, right shoulder. If we come down here, where we've already had a bounce actually 2 days ago, but if we come back down here and we just completely cannot get a bounce, then we could be looking at a situation where one, we could see a drop. Where would this bring us down to? I think even low 50,000s is a realistic target over the next 1 to 2 weeks. Now, I'm saying this, and that's not a bad thing. As I just said before I start talking about this, the lower Bitcoin can go and really test support and solidify, reset momentum, do all of that stuff before or during the Bitcoin halving, the better it will be after the halving. You have to get dumped on before you can get pumped on. Nothing ever goes straight up. So if we look at Bitcoin over the last couple of months, we've been pretty much going straight up. The biggest correction we had back in the middle of February was just sideways. It wasn't even a dump. But before that, it was the Bitcoin spot ETF approval and trading. Right here, Bitcoin went from about, remember, 49,000 to 39,000 and immediately lifted off. But remember, it did go all the way down to the 100-day moving average, right? For us to go down to the 100-day moving average right now, that would be about 50,000. So for example, let's say this is a head and shoulders pattern. And over the next couple of days, say we break this neckline and start a massive dump where we then, it gets bought up really quickly and maybe we trade back above the 50-day moving average, then around 58,000 within just a day or two. And then a couple of days go by and we slowly start reclaiming some of this, right? We go into the Bitcoin halving right around here. We have the Bitcoin halving and then we just start lifting off. That is a very realistic scenario and a much more probable scenario than a lot of possible scenarios. And it's also a healthy one, right? That's also a very healthy scenario that could play out to where it would absolutely catapult us into very good price action, at least from the technicals on a chart, right? That would be a very healthy thing. But in the short term, do you think people would think that was a healthy thing? Okay. For example, if we did this over the next couple of days, let's say we did this, okay, we come down to about 50,000, something like that. Do you think people would be bullish? I mean, I would be. Maybe a lot of you would be as well. But all I'm saying is most people would be very scared. The chart's doing this. Wait, let me draw my favorite kind of chart. The chart's doing this would come out again, right? These would get really popular again. These would get a lot of retweets oh, told you so, we're doing this, even though that's not going to happen. Most likely. I mean, that makes almost zero sense. But that would get very popular and people would be very scared. And then what? Well, what would be rational for, say, something like that to happen afterwards? Kind of like what we've seen time and time again. Let's say we did that and then we end up doing something like this, right? Is that bearish? No, that's extremely bullish. Let's say that happened. This is just like a simple squiggle, but this squiggle I think holds the secrets basically to the universe. Okay, this is a big squiggle right here. This is a really big squiggle. Are you seeing? Look at this squiggle. Imagine this, right? We get pushed out to about just about 5 months or so from now, and the chart looks like this: Bitcoin over 120,000. And all of this fear around this little squiggle to the downside. Now, with that being said, I'm not saying that this is guaranteed to happen, but it's a pattern that I see. It's a pattern that, as I've been saying for the past couple of days, there's been no sign to me on these charts that the dump is over yet, right? Every time I make a video, I come on and basically say, do I think the dump is over yet? And I've been saying no, and we keep going lower. And I'm here saying again, I have not seen any major sign that this dump is over. And personally, now we are seeing a pattern that's more dumpy. So I'm not going to make a video and lie and say it's not there, right? I'm not here to only post bullish things. This might upset some people, but hey, I don't care. I'm not supposed to only post things that you like only, right? I'm just trying to post what I see, being objective. And this looks like it could happen. And ultimately, it would be a good thing in the long term to reset some of this momentum because I truly believe Bitcoin is incredibly bullish. We look at this chart of Bitcoin on a 30-day chart. We look at the ASO indicator. We have a lot of time of this bull market left. So honestly, if you want Bitcoin to have a really good next 6 or so months, a next 12 months, a very strong bull market, you don't want Bitcoin going straight up right now. We've already gone straight up for the past couple of months. We need to cool off. We need to pull back. And this chart, to me, I personally think this bull market, again, look at all this ASO when we cross here. That basically indicates like the beginning of this. And then around 70-80% before it starts really contracting is where kind of the top is in. And that would put us, months and months away from now. So we don't want to get too overheated right now. We don't want to get too excited right now. We need things to cool off. And this is the perfect opportunity for things to cool off. I mean, you look at Bitcoin on the weekly chart as well. I think there's going to be massive support around 58,000. But if in the short term, say we had this head and shoulders break down and we actually go below this and then bounce up in a couple days, end up finding support at 58 and then trending upwards over the next 1 to 2 weeks, that is a mega bullish scenario. Usually, not always, but usually when you find bottoms in the market, they are pretty drastic. It's not really usually slow bleeds. Usually if the market is still slowly bleeding, that's not a massive catalyst to then start reversing to the upside. A lot of the times you want to, I mean, look at this. Look at these charts. You want to see like, so this is the beginning of a bull market, pretty substantial quick drop. This, as we were breaking the all-time highs, is similar to exactly how we just broke all-time highs over the last few weeks. So that's, similar. But then this massive pullback right here happened in a very quick amount of time. Same thing here. This was a very big dump, and ultimately we ended up having a secondary bounce. But ultimately, yeah, that was a very quick dump. And obviously in bear markets, the same thing. Look at this. We had like sideways, whatever, but then massive bleeding, massive dumps, massive dump. Even already, we've had a few pretty quick massive dumps since the beginning of 2023 as we've been shifting into this bull market. Kind of the very beginnings of this bull market, there were still massive dumps that signified bottom was in, time to go back up. And yes, this is a decent one. This is good. I'm not totally convinced at all that we're going to have a massive breakdown. I don't think we need one, but all I'm saying is that this is a scenario to where we could see this and people really, really, really start to panic, and it would quite literally be the worst time to panic. You want to panic before the true beginning of this parabolic bull market? Well, that would be the perfect recipe, and like that's how these things go. Like a lot of the times before the best opportunity, before the best gains, is everybody prepared and everybody's like, okay, here it comes, and then it happens? No. Usually, and this is like quite obvious, but usually before we start really entering that parabolic pump, people are scared and they're sidelined. And what makes people scared and what makes them sidelined? Well, the potential for a quick dip, for a potential something like this. If this happened, a lot of people would be scared. Maybe even sell their positions, maybe just get very bearish on the market, and then say we V reverse and go straight to the upside. Well, that would be maximum pain. That would be the path to maximum pain. So this video is more so, one, I think it's very realistic, but two, it's more so to show you before it happens a very possible and also long-term, even medium-term, healthy trajectory for Bitcoin. But I'll tell you one thing, in the short term, people would not feel good about it. People will be scared. People will think, okay, Bitcoin's dead again. Oh, it was all a fluke. Here we go back to 10K. It's the same story over again. When in reality, if we get a scenario like that to play out, is this bearish, guys? If we come back and actually retest for support any of these levels, I mean, for pizza's sake, we still haven't come down to the 21 or 50 week moving average in weeks now, which the 21 week moving average is honestly all the way down at about 47,000 US dollars. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but let's say a scenario where Bitcoin ends up coming down over the next 1 to 2 weeks and then bouncing and going up. Guys, I mean, you better believe this market would be full of fear. Not to mention, over the last week, before Bitcoin started this little dump so far, we saw massive amounts of greed on the fear and greed index. A lot of stuff was overheated in the short term. All I'm saying is that I think this market needs to cool off. And usually, when the market does something like this, it ends up going a little bit further than most people expect. Meaning, like, if people are expecting, hey, maybe we'll go down to 60,000, reality, usually what happens is actually we go down to 50,000, like drastically lower than what everyone's thinking. And then we end up going up and doing, what is most likely, what ultimately a lot of people expect. But usually before that happens, they get absolutely banged. And this market it usually pumps a little bit higher in the short term than people expect, and also dumps a little bit lower than people expect in the short term. And get signed up to FEMEX or BINGX below if you want to buy Bitcoin or altcoins. And without any further ado, that's it for me.